Welcome to Maroon Talk. Only segment. Sa IKEA tayo nga pala. Yun lang mahalaga dito. Welcome to Maroon Talk. Ateneo panalo.
Yeah. 99-89.
Yeah. I was hoping na hindi sila mag-double digit lead, but alas.
Sa dulo, no, 10-point lead.
Hindi naman. Parang ano naman yung puro garbage time points naman.
So the UP Maroons drops to 6-1. Fortunately, they stays at number 1. And there's a good chance that I might be facing Ateneo again for game 2 on the first game round.
Second round.
Because Ateneo now moves up as the third ranked team in season 86 as they have a win over the La Salle University. Thus, they might be our first game. We'll see, because the schedule sometimes they mix it up so that the good games will be on the weekend. So it might be this Wednesday or
So yun nga, talo tayo. Sige, sabihin nyo na yung mga stats kanina. Okay, sige. Habang hinahanap nyo yung stats. Actually, hindi ko alam kanina kung paano i-explain tong game na to. After that, it was an amazing game actually. We got outplayed by Ateneo. We got outcoached as well, I would suppose. But we hung in there, especially down the stretch. We forced overtime. And the breaks nung overtime mostly went to Ateneo's way. The shots, they made their shots. And they got to pull away. They got to make a run at the right time when it mattered most. Kaya that's what happened in overtime. So we thought nung fourth quarter, the momentum was on our side. But eventually, Mason Amos happened and some other guy. So, yeah, congrats to Ateneo. You guys turned into NDA superstars against us. And UP turned into UAAP athletes. So, again,
Accurate description, I think.
Diba? This is what happens when ibaliktad pala, no?
Ano yun mo na lang?
Tuloy ko na. Tuloy ko na. So yun. Nung na pala mag-shoot dito sa IKEA. Dami kang pinapanood ng tao. So yun, okay.
Live audience po kami pero di nila alam kung ano nangyari.
Hindi nila masyadong naririnig.
Buti lang may mic tayo. Okay, sige. Okay, to further digest what happened in this game.
Key stats. Rebounds. 57 total for Ateneo. 45 lang for UP. Pero, meron tayong 20 offensive rebounds to Ateneo's 19. Which doesn't make sense. Kasi hindi tayo maka-convert ng second chance points natin.
Ilang kay Malik dun?
Malik, 8
Offensive lang.
offensive rebounds.
Of the 20.
Pero 11 lang yung total rebounds ni Malik. Tapos,
Free throw si Malik.
free throws, 5 of 10 lang si Malik. Pero, as a team, sobrang sama nung... Parang ito yung worst free throw shooting natin as a team. 12 of 27 compared to Ateneo's 28 of 38. Okay, so meron tayong 27 attempts. Meron silang 28 makes. Nakikita niyo pa yung disparity na yun.
So ano, matic 16-point difference na kagad, di ba?
Diba? Plus 16 na kagad
plus
yung
16
Ateneo
yun.
sa free throws pa lang. Ikaw?
Ako, honestly, like, just looking at the stats pa lang, sa rebounds pa lang, you see na you're outplayed, you're clearly out-rebounded today, especially on the defensive end. Tsaka ang main observation ko talaga, looking at how we were running our sets, Ateneo came in prepared. They did their homework.
Sa defense.
On the defensive end. They did their homework na they literally kung pansin niyo yung score yung in terms of points, CJ had pretty much siya lang yung played the game we're used to. And kung pansin mo, I mean, Ateneo literally checked everybody else but CJ. And at the end of the day, pag isa lang naman yung sumuscore, madali talaga buhay para sa depensa pag ganun. Kaya
CJ scored
22 for CJ.
ilan yung next?
13.
Si Malik.
9 points ang
After Malik.
difference. Then 12 si Jerry na. Next is Mark Belmonte, 9.
Okay. So yun. Mark the scoring CJ's way. And we're thankful for CJ scoring. Kasi kung wala si CJ kanina, wala tayong kumagat tambak to.
Throw ready, CJ can
X factor yan is CJ Cancino.
Kay Mark.
Yeah.
On CJ. Or on...
The game was played very, very intensely. I feel like it was a great game. Ateneo did come in with a good game plan. It seems like every time Ateneo prepares just for Lasal and us.
Oh, totoo yun.
And for everybody else, they just, try to play it with their talent. Anyway, we were out-prepared. We were outgunned. Almost all of our shots are indeed contested. There were a few ones that are open, but unfortunately, our percentages this game was not so good. I think it was pure grit and will to win that pushed us to OT this time around. And Ateneo got it. It's their first win over OT this time around. And they already are shaping up and coming into form. And it's very typical of Ateneo to do this. So I'm not gonna be surprised if they continue on their winning ways the second round and firmly place themselves obviously on a path or trajectory to the final four. It's gonna be a much more interesting round two, especially now that we have USCL also getting their win, so they're probably going to be coming in with a little wave of confidence facing the other teams. I just hope, obviously, that the teams will get a little bit of rest because earlier Malik, I can see that he's a little bit hampered, and he was actually not walking really, really well outside of the court. So hopefully they get some time to rest because we do need Malik. But good job on Ateneo. They came in with a game plan and they executed pretty well. This is the first time, I think, since season 85 that we actually played them, even that we haven't played them during the off-season. So game on. Now we know how to play them. We almost did get the win, I think. The last few dying seconds about the fourth quarter, we have that last play. Unfortunately, didn't make it. And didn't do a good plan about what to do about that one. So we'll be ready for them on the second time that we meet them. And hopefully not immediately this Wednesday. But there's a good chance that it will be. So we'll see.
Thanks you, Mark. If you look at the turnovers, hindi naman masama eh. So, ilan?
Turnover numbers natin 14 lang.
7 left Ateneo.
Ateneo 21.
Ano pang biggest lead?
Then Ateneo 3 sa atin.
So, they controlled the whole game. Pretty much, most of the game.
Everybody that could have worked this game worked.
Oh.
Even Espinosa, I'd imagine, came in a little bit with a little bit of swag. And he came in obviously with less pressure, I'd imagine. Ateneo had less pressure this time around. We were carrying the weight of continuing a winning streak. And that's quite something that is going to be a true test of character for the boys. I mean, you can see that a few of them had the maturity, obviously, to carry on and push on. But I'd imagine that with the crowd and with the pressure, sometimes they probably would just be forcing shots if there's nothing that they can do, obviously, with dying seconds with ball at hand. But hopefully, obviously, this will light a fire under asses and see about what they do. I mean, they probably would not come into the second round complacent. They know that everybody will be trying to put them a notch down and try to gain position for the final four. So, game on, I'd say.
Yeah, correct. Actually, yun. Game on nga talaga. So, we're done with the first round. And now we head to the second round where it's, kumbaga, this weekend proved na it's gonna be a totally different ball game come the second round. Just as any season. So,
Yan yung sinasabi natin na you can't count Ateneo out.
Exactly.
Kasi magaling pa rin sila eh kahit na alam mo yun, walang player sa kanila na parang katatakutan mo. Pero individually I mean. Pero
pag nabuo as a...
pag laro sila as a team. Yun yung parang perfect example yan ng that team is bigger than the sum of its parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yan yung example niyan kasi yun nga, wala silang individual player na halimaw katulad last few seasons ni Kwame. 'Di ba? Tulad natin na merong Carl Tamayo dati. And ngayon may Malik. 'Di ba? Yung Ateneo walang ganun eh. Pero yun nga, because they have a solid team, solid system, a great coach, still parang the best coach in the UAAP, di ba?
Sabi ko
Pa
rin, siguro nga, one thing I noticed a lot, mainly in this game is that Ateneo wanted it more.
Prepared pa.
Kasi, yun, ang dami na nga setback this season, at least at this early stage. And siguro ito yung pinaka-best statement na pwede nilang gawin so far. And siguro nga, feeling ko tatago na talaga ni Coach Tab yung pinaka game plan. And siguro nga talagang pinagkahandaan nila yung UP, which is understandable. And they passed it with flying colors. So, ayun. Bottom line, mortal tayo. We haven't won anything as we've been saying. Yeah, we're 6-1. 6-0 don't mean a thing. So this is what we're saying. There's still lots of work to be done. So much more improvements needed. Kasi nagmukha talaga tayong today. Mukha tayong hindi prepare. Sobrang layo.
Average na.
Sobrang layo. Though at least sabi ko nung last time na heading to the schedule episode na yung games heading to this game was that we faced UST and FU. Ano yung isang game before UST? Natin? Lasal na ba? UST. So Lasal, UST, Ateneo. So ganun yung momentum na nangyayari. But feeling ko ako lang yun. Kumaga, that can't be an excuse for the team. So, come what may. So, sabi ni Enzo Lance palagi, every game should be given 100% effort. Kasi you can't know what's gonna happen. I mean, look what happened to UST against FU. They got their win. Nobody expected that.
Ghosted daw.
Ay,
Merong isang masaya dito.
ay, hanggat sa'yo Ulit ba yun?
Nasabi ko bang taga-UST po ako?
Barin mo na nga yung t-shirt, malabas mo
Pakita mo nito
t-shirt.
mong kulay.
Superman.
I'd like to share yung one thing na share ni Pong Ducanes the positioning and the rankings doesn't mean anything. Everything is still being played on the court. No? Maganda yung sinabi niya dito, it's the UAAP Season 86 men's version of the Circle of Life. As UST beats FEU beats Ateneo, Ateneo beats UP, UP beats NU, who beats LaSalle, who beats Adamson, who beats UE, who beats UST. So,
Di ba?
there's still games to be played, so nothing is still sure and certain. There's certainly a lot of things that we would need to think about coming into the break. Again, I mean, we cannot be complacent with any team. So I know the boys would need to keep their heads up and play like the champions that they are, and consider, for example, to play to their strength. I mean, kanina, there might be some doubts, that were introduced to them, things that wasn't working. Maybe a game plan was drawn up and it wasn't working. Maybe somebody probably was not okay offensively, things like that. Things like those happen, and it's quite important that we would need to have the next man up ready to step in and play the part. So, Ateneo played well. Kudos to them. Like I said, see you next round.
Good, sige, let's see. Go. Ay.
Ako, to add lang dun sa lahat ng mga sinabi nyo. Ako as a fan, naisip ko rin yung sinabi ni Enzo kanina. Baka, sabi ko, gusto ko na i-count out tong Ateneo. Ang pangit naman. To be honest lang, pero talagang iba rin talaga yung coaching nila. And siguro yun nga, yung team sila maglaro, na tingin ko yun yung nawala sa atin today.
Oo, pare.
Oo. Ayun, tapos, isa pa sigurong factor is, hindi natin sila nakalaban nung pre-season. Ito yung first time since the championship. Tama ba?
Ibang-iba yung team.
Oo. Tama yung sabi ni Coach Tab sa isang interview. Ibang-iba nga yung team today, but with the same utak. utak pa rin and yung system nila.
Yeah, Travis Tab. Sa atin, sinong pinamatagal na naglaro? Ilan ang naglaro? Dito lalabas yung depth natin ngayon.
Tsaka Jay, sa Maymay.
Ilan total? Hindi, sorry.
13.
Ilan players? 13 players ang naglaro?
13 players.
O, so madami naman. Heavy minutes si Malik, syempre. Malik, Maymay, CJ,
Mark Belmonte.
Mark.
Kasi foul trouble nung start si Malik.
And he showed up today.
Oo.
Good job, Mark. Si Janjan,
Ay, medyo babad din ngayon si Sean. No?
Sean, kasi foul trouble.
Trouble bigs natin.
Harold as well, foul trouble early on. Sino pa ba? Si
Jan 18.
Rayland.
Raylan,
3 minutes.
21 minutes.
Haba din, di ba, Rayland, pansin ko. Mostly doing shooting guard duties. Kapag check si Maymay and Janjan bringing down the ball. Good job on Rayland as well.
He only made 3 shots today pero 2 of those were huge coming no T.
Oo.
Especially yung pull-up 3 niya kay Jad. Drone ka. Yun.
Raylan.
So, good job, Rayland. Battling out there. Jerry. No, Jerry, ang dami rin minuto ngayon.
Consistent si Jerry in the past 2 games.
But then, di ba, yun nga, stats won't matter. It boiled down to who wanted it more. Siguro, yun nga, yung ano talaga, yung scouting ng Ateneo sa sa offense natin played a big part. And what? You weren't able to adjust? Hindi ko alam. But I'm sure yung coaching staff natin di makatulog tonight and they'll probably run over the game right away. And
Ito na yung sinasabi mo sa Soto na kailangan nilang matalo.
learning experience. Kailangan mag-learn.
And okay yan, alam mo yan, there's a psychology of a loss, di ba? We had a lot of rookies. And the rookies, for example, their errors and mistakes, somehow we rewarded them still with the win. But this time around that they lost, they would really now to think about what they would need to do, what adjustments they would need to make, because they're going to be looked into obviously to do something, for those minutes where they will need to rest our key players, at the end game. So they would really need to work on their defense, consider, for example, who they're guarding, and obviously we cannot, continue for that way and expect a championship, right? So some things would really need to change.
Yeah.
Again, we lose, we learn, but I'm sure the team doesn't like losing. If there's one thing that is known about these kids, they hate losing. So expect that. Like what you guys said, the coaching staff are not going to be sleeping a lot tonight, and they're going to be back on the practice courts immediately tomorrow morning.
So, shout out sa refs.
Nice.
Gusto ng sapakin ni Coach Gold kanina. Yun lang sabihin ko, shout out lang sa inyo.
Tsaka sana mag-improve pa yung free throws kasi like for example, ng first half, 6 out of 12 yung UP tapos ilan ba yung sa Ateneo? Nasa 24. Halos doble.
19 of 24.
Ayun, 19 of 24. Eh kung na-shoot yun lahat, ilan lang yung... Mas lamang yung UP kasi 44-43 nung half eh. Tama.
Oh. Yeah. Tayo din tumalo sa atin we had the chances. Just like how we beat Lasal. Tayo naman yung hindi nag-capitalize on these chances this game. And it showed in the end game. Ang ganda kahirap. Yeah. Kayo, let us know your thoughts. Kasi mahirap.
Tsaka if pansinin nyo rin yung the few moments that we played our best basketball in this game, yung moment na yun, sadyang nagkakalat yung Ateneo eh. Not taking anything away from anybody, pero if you saw yung short stretch kung kailan humabol tayo, those were sunod-sunod na turnovers tsaka isang offensive foul ni Obasa. But everything else apart from that stretch, that 7-0 run, every other part of the game, Ateneo played perfect. Nakakita-kita nakakabawi sila sa mga natin, sa runs natin. And yan, evident, 3 points lang tayo nag-lead tapos sobrang saglit lang nung lead na yun. And if I'm not mistaken, nung ano nga din, second quarter, yung nag-iisa nating lead sa dulo lang. Tapos nabawi rin agad bago mag-ending quarter. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just another game. And expected naman talagang that teams would prepare for us, let alone a team under Coach Tab, who's surely going to prepare for number one seed pa tayo, so huge target on our backs lagi. So yeah, just gotta stay prepared and prayers up for Francis and everybody else who's na may iniindang injury. I hope y'all get better soon because we really have to stay healthy at this point, especially now na kita mo halatang teams are preparing for us. So if we stay healthy, that's already one step ahead. So yeah.
That was a tough 3 weeks for the first round. Ang naisip ko feeling dito was yung unang tinalo natin yung Ateneo nung season 84 round 2. Pero tayo yung talo. Ngayon. Pwede na sabihin upset kasi number 1 tayo, tas ano bang rank nila? Diba? So, yeah, we got beat.
Yeah.
We got beat tonight.
We'll take it. We got upset, di ba? And that's the expectation that comes in being number 1. Imagine, di ba, nalulungkot tayo, natalo tayo, pero just a few seasons ago, di ba, we barely get any wins. But this time around, di ba, I mean, the expectation that you had is to remain unbeaten for the first round. Nandun na tayo. So I'm quite happy still. I mean, we fought, and the boys, you can really see that they're fighting it. The shots were just not falling. Ateneo had the better game plan. So that's it.
Gusto ko lang sana ma-experience yung sweep. Ano bang parang?
Yeah, okay, let's take that out. Okay, I wanna call that out. We can't look at the whole season. Syempre maganda mag-sweep, but then from a mindset na dapat, yung correct mindset at that is you take it one game at a time. You face what's in front of you first and face only that. It's one ang harap mag-sweep. Syempre lahat naman kami gusto mag-sweep din. Sino ba gusto matalo? Perfect lang naman talaga yung mangyayari pag ganun, di ba? But the correct mindset is you have to take it a game. It's cliche as fuck, but it's the correct mindset. Buti nga magkakadikit yung games eh. Kasi kung let's say matalo or manalo ka this game, you can look forward already to the next game, which is coming in a few days only. So yun, I mean, so, guys, we have to keep it a game at a time. Kasi even the team has to realize that, and I'm sure that's what coach tells them. We can't, siguro tayo lang pwede mo as fans na mag-aspire for that. But if you wanna look at it technically, dapat talaga isa-isa talaga yung titingnan natin. Kasi nga, we can't underestimate any team. And hoping for a sweep is kind of looking at the top only and not looking at the obstacles na mababangga mo. Kaya medyo siya, toxic positivity. Ako lang yun pero I mean, yeah, that's what I saw. Anyway, so that's it. Kaya ba, meron pa?
Congrats po.
Actually, congratulations to the USD Growling Tigers for getting their first win. They deserve it.
Yeah. And congratulations as well to the Ateneo players. I know it's not been easy for you guys. I know that there's a lot of pressure, especially for your community as well. So it's a good win for you guys. We'll take that loss. You got us beat today. Let's see you on Wednesday.
So magayon nga, we are in a, kumbaga pasimula na yung tour UAAP talaga. Season 86 is getting hotter and hotter. The second round is gonna be intense as F. So UP community walang bibitaw. Natalo lang tayo na isa pero we're still number 1.
Mahaba pa.
Okay, so shout out to Kuya Mark for these banners na ginawa niya. Kung nakuha niyo yung both variants, congratulations sa inyo. Yun lang. Thank you guys. Thank you. Lance, Bea, Zoe, Kuya Mark.
Peace.
Teshe. Beryl.
Easy siya.
Para siyang kawawang bata. Okay guys, as always, UP fight.
UP fight.
Walang bibitaw. Walang bibitaw. More than ever. See you guys in the next round. Peace.